Yo, what's up, boys? We're back here, Market Madness, Week 3. In this video, I'm going to be going over the biggest movers in the MLB The Show market this week. I'm going to go over a new segment in the show. I'm going to be calling Diamond Watch, and that's going to be gold players that have the potential to go diamond and which ones I think will actually go diamond. And finally, I'm going to give you guys my buy of the week to make some easy stubs. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, we're going to start off this week with, once again, with the biggest movers of the week. And coming in at number 1, for the first time all year, our biggest mover of the week was a loser. And that loser was Charlie Blackmon. He dropped from 2,300 last Monday when we looked at him to about 1,400. And this is not, his price wasn't inflated at 2,300 on Monday. He was consistently over 2,000 for the entire season. I didn't see him drop below even 1,800 by now. And when he dropped to 14, I was crazily shocked. But it's something I've come to terms with, and I've realized that the market is just balancing itself out. And there's 2 reasons why Charlie Blackmon dropped in price. Number 1, he's batting a little over 230. He's yet to hit a home run this year. Very unlike Charlie Blackmon, as the guy has batted, he's been one of the most consistent batters in the league. He's batted over 280 for 7 straight seasons, and the last 3 years he's hit about 30 home runs a season. So very uncharacteristic. To say I'm worried about Charlie Blackmon, it would be a complete lie. I'm not worried about Charlie Blackmon in the sense of him picking up his statistics throughout the year, but as far as his price, we may see it start to conform around this 1,400 to 1,700 range, for the reason that mid to low tier golds dropped in price. Guys that were really expensive at mid to low tier, like Nelson Cruz or Miguel Cabrera, saw a big decrease in their price, and we could see this start to kind of balance out here. I think it was a bit of an overcorrection, so we'll see them go up a little bit more than they are right now. I would expect Charlie Blackmon to sit about, for the next couple weeks, sit about 1,600 to 1,700. So more than he's at now, but definitely a downgrade from where he's been the first 3 weeks of the season. Coming in at the second biggest mover of the week, we got a positive gainer, which is Trevor Bauer. Guy's been having a great year so far. He's definitely on the Diamond Watch, and he rose from 3K stubs to 3,900 stubs. As you guys can see here in my Excel sheet, he went up 29%, which was the biggest gainer of the week. This comes in part to this, as I'm making this video on Monday, and when you guys will see it, he's got the adjusted 5-star rating against Seattle today. His rating bumped up from an 83 to an 88, and as we've all seen this entire year, those 5-star ratings for 83 overall players make the market go crazy for him, because when you see someone had an 88 overall, that it's for 4K stubs, it's very appetizing to just purchase for a day and then get him off the next day, and use his 88 overall for the day. We saw him get this price boost despite having his worst outing of the season against the Tigers. He previously went 14 innings. His first 14 innings of the season, he only allowed 1 hit. And then against the Tigers, he went about 5 innings, I believe, let up 5 runs. Wasn't a stellar outing from Trevor Bauer, but nonetheless, he did see the biggest price boost of the week. Coming in at our number 3 biggest mover of the week is another positive upswing, and this was Ronald Acuna Jr. I told you guys last week that I was investing in a young Atlanta player that was not Acuna Jr., and I made a big mistake on that one, and we'll get into that in a minute here. We'll address our last buy of the week and what kind of went down with that. But back to Acuna Jr., he had a hell of a week this week. He batted 12 for 22 this week, 3 home runs, 9 ribbies, 6 games. Dude's a stud. He's here to stay. Also got diamond potential at 83 overall. As if he continues to put up these numbers, he'll definitely be on the Diamond Watch. And that'll lead us into our segment, which is the Diamond Watch. I'm going to give you my top 3 players who I believe have the potential to go diamond in this first update, which is coming really soon. Number 1 at Diamond Watch, we're looking at Blake Snellzilla. The guy is pitching lights out in his last 3 outings. He's gone 19 innings. He's struck out 33 batters over 19 innings. That is absurd. Almost 2 strikeouts an inning, which has never been done before in a season. He's only let up 1 run over his last 3 starts. Guy's pitching stellar. Don't know why he wasn't a diamond to start the year. Got the Cy Young Award, but he will, without a doubt, if he puts up these numbers or even somewhere close to it, he's going diamond in the first update, going from an 83 to an 85. Coming in at number 2 on my Diamond Watch is maybe a bit of a surprise to you guys. His name is also Blake. He's the closer for the Oakland Athletics, and the guy was arguably the best closer last year. Him and Edwin Diaz were neck and neck. I would say he was the best closer last year. He's gone 10 innings, 5 saves. He's on pace for over 45 saves this year. He's only let up 5 hits, and 4 of them are singles. He did have 1 bad outing this year, but I think it's an anomaly as he played in Houston and got kind of tossed into the game in a tough situation, batting against the top of the lineup, or pitching against the top of the lineup, and unfortunately didn't prevail. But I anticipate Blake Treinen to, if not in this next update, get a diamond. I expect him to keep putting up the stats he's putting up and potentially hit that 85 overall. If not, he'll hit an 84. But there's a big margin of stubs to be made on him, as you can buy him right now for about 2K. And if you can buy him now for 2K, his minimum sell now price is going to be 5K. So that's 150% return on your investment if San Diego Studios does give him the green light on the diamond. Number 3 on the Diamond Watch, there's 2 big players that everyone's talking about that have the potential to go diamond, 2 very young players. But the guy I'm going to put in there is Ronald Acuna Jr. The guy he's insane. He's batting lights out, as I said before. And if he continues to put up these stats, he has the potential to go diamond. I don't anticipate it. I don't anticipate him to go diamond in the first update. He may get a bump to about 84. But for now, I'm going to lay off him because he has 8,000 in stubs to buy right now. And even if he does see that diamond turn and he hits 85 overall, which would be the max he would hit, he wouldn't bump up to 86. There's not a chance. He would only be selling for damn near the same price. So nobody you want to invest in right now, in my opinion. Just for the sake of it, one notable Diamond Watch, Cody Bellinger. I know everybody's loving Cody Bellinger this year. He's batting over 420. He's got 9 home runs already, 22 ribbies. Guy's playing insane, lights out. But as everything that goes up must come down. I come from the same hometown as Cody Bellinger. I love the guy. I love watching him play. But you can't expect him to continue to put up these numbers. And at 82 overall, it's really tough to go from 82 to diamond. What we are going to see is a Cody Bellinger monthly award card, and which they do out every month. And for April, Cody Bellinger is going to be probably the top card because he's had such a stellar month. And even if he goes on a little bit of a slump here to close it out, I bet you he still bats over 350 with probably 12, 13 home runs over the month of April, which is crazy. So with that being said, when we do see San Diego Studios, when they tend to give that person the monthly award card, they don't bump up their stat rating a lot. And it's unfortunate, but it's something we saw a lot last year. So I would not advise investing in Cody Bellinger, as he's selling for close to 10K stubs. And even in the rare chance that he does hit diamond, he's not going to be going for much more than 10 to 15K. And especially with his new card coming out, his price is going to go down, as that card is going to be really expensive. And people that have his live series card are going to sell his card off and try to buy his monthly reward card. So with that, I'm going to get into my final segment of this episode, and that is my buy of the week. I'm going to address my buy of the week. Last week, I told you guys to purchase Ozzy Albies. He was selling for about $1,500 on last Monday. He peaked up to about 2K, and I was able to get a couple cards off at a little over 1,900, and then he crashed. He had a couple bad daily adjusted ratings. He bumped down to 79 2 of the 6 games he played, and that caused his rating to crash. I was able to get my cards off, and also I'll show you guys my Excel sheet right here. It was unfortunate. It was not what I was looking for whatsoever, but we did net. We were lucky to net at least some profit on Aussie Albies, despite it only being 1%. I was glad to get out of that without losing any subs. So not my best buy of the week, but trust me, this next one is one you're going to want to hear. For this episode, I have there are two players that I am buying like crazy this week, and they're going to turn you stubs overnight tonight and overnight on Tuesday night. So with that, without further ado, I'm going to hop into my two buys of the week. Coming in at number 1, pitcher for the Washington Nationals, Steven Strasburg. He's pitching tomorrow against San Francisco. The team that has scored since the start of last year has scored the least runs in the league. They're not a high-scoring team. We can anticipate Steven Strasburg gets the 5-star daily adjusted rating because of the poor success of San Francisco. So we expect him to get the 5-star update. And in each of his 3 starts this year, he's bumped up in price. So you can get him at about $11K right now. We're looking to flip him at about $15K, which would net us here about 20% return on our investment overnight, essentially. So bearing any craziness in the market, this is what we can anticipate. I'm gonna hop into my second buy of the week, which is Walker Buehler. He's got a matchup tomorrow against Cincinnati, and we can anticipate him to get a major bump in price because of the 5-star daily adjusted rating. And if you watched my market update video a couple earlier this last week, you saw I told you guys to invest in Walker Buehler. We got him at about 1.2K. We were able to get him off for 2K, and that's the return on investment there was incredible. And I'm going to show you guys my Excel sheet right here. We turned a crazy profit. So here we are. We're looking at all of my transactions and sells from, not all of my transactions, we're looking at all my closed investments from last week. And as you guys can see here, I made 35K last week, which is more than I was hoping for. I'm very excited about the profit last week. 35K is an extremely good profit. And you look at, I'm going to sort here my profit, largest to smallest, and my biggest profit last week came from Walker Buehler. And we were able to buy him on average for $13.62, about 20 cards, and we were able to get them all off over 2,000, and we netted ourselves $9,500 in profit, which was a 35% return on investment. So Walker Buehler right now is selling for just over $1,100 in stubs. If we can get him at $1,170, which is what I last marked him at, and sell him off for just $1,750, which would be $250 less than last week, which we can expect to do what he did last week, but I'm just playing it safe here. We would still net a 35% on investment, which is what we got last week. We made 10,000 stubs nearly, and instead of investing 27,000 stubs this week, I'm planning to invest more close to 50,000 stubs, which would net me 20K in stubs this week. So we're really excited about our 35,000 stub profit this week. We're looking to close to double that, make about 60 to 70K next week. We're going to be able to do this because we've grown our stub count to so many that we're going to be able to invest more, and we're consistently seeing about a 12 to 20% growth on our stubs per week. So we can anticipate with our 150 to 200,000 investable stubs that we'll be able to turn a profit of about 50 to 60K. So follow me next week. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will catch you in the next video this week. Peace.